Interesting. All righty, we are live. Let's go ahead and let everyone know that we are live. All right, so there we go. It is live. We are live. What's up, Chucky? How's it going today? Letting everyone know that we are live. All right, just had to finish up some cards and stuff like that here. Be done in just a moment. All right, let's go ahead and pull up these guys. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen because I'm going to have to actually get some of these exported here. All right, so let's share that. There we go. Now everyone can see. Because I had to go through and see which one of these I did not actually go ahead and make the copy of, which looks like the Jerry Jules. I haven't exported that yet. I always try to make sure that I export all of the files because otherwise that's how I end up finding out that something's gone wrong. I'm like, wait, why am I missing one? And then it turns out that there's like one that I just forgot to do. So it's easier to do when it's fresh in my head than try and come back and do it all at once there. So let's go ahead and get those out there. Joaquin Cream, need to export him. Let's see, Tiff Tower done, MK Ultra done. All right. There we go. Got Brody Blatt, need to get them out there. I think that's the first one. Oh, there we go. We'll go over to this one. File, export, Brody Blatt. All right, Brody Blatt, Sandy Brandy's already done. We got Ballsy Bells needs to be done. All right, so we're exporting that one. All right, Ballsy Bells is done. Let's go ahead and get Molly and Mimosa done. Got to export that one. All right. I think that that's pretty much it. Rita Rose, do I have that one up there? How do I not have Rita Rose done? I think that's no, that's not the first one I did. Now that I think about it. That's not the first one I did. I'm not seeing another Rita Rose on here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring this one to the front. There we go. All right, now let's see here. Oh, there's Rita Rose. Some of these are like super out of position for some reason. It's like half of them have like gone in alphabetical order of the date that they were revealed, and like some of them have not quite moved to the position that they're supposed to. Thing is trying to throw me for a loop here, but Rita Rose definitely not done. We got Jackie Jam, Liam Lemonade. Those are both done. I think that this will kind of tell me beforehand. Kind of tell me right now whether I have all of them done or not. Boop, 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 boop. Should be about 28 of them. No, not that one. That's 27. Let me make sure I count them. Have all those right there. Hank Hammer, Riley Icy, Patrick Petrol. I don't see Patrick Petrol. Oh, wait, no, there they are. There they are. Maker Tiger. How do I have a Papa Poison card, but I don't have Papa Poison's thing saved? It doesn't even make sense. Did not save Papa Poison? No, that says Papa Poison First Edition on there. You know what? I'm going to close that window out and reopen it because it's like mixed up everything, and I don't know why it's done that. So it's just throwing me for a loop here. There we go. Now everything's kind of in chronological freaking order. It always helps when trying to make sure that stuff is done. Mystery Max, Riley Icy, Patrick Petrol, Polly Preserve, Rager Tiger, Papa Poison, Project Sour, Hank Hammer, Ricky Redwood, Tammy Thunder, which we have that one up there, Paisley Pink, Experiment 91, Rita Rose, that is done. Molly Mimosa, I just got that one done, I'm pretty sure, yeah. We got Toppy Dick, that one is done. Ballsy Bells, that one is done. Sandy Brandy, that one's done. Brody Blatt, there that one is. Cindy Cyclone, that one's done. MK Ultra Tiff Tower. Joaquin Cream, Atomic Atom. The Jerry Jules, all of those are right there. All right, so let me make sure I counted these correctly here. Which one am I missing? Is there one I didn't do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So there should be 28 of them. Now we get to play the fun which one didn't get made game. It's always my favorite. Personal favorite of mine. It was a hectic morning this morning. What are you doing? What just did it just copy a bunch of stuff? What just occurred? I always hate that when you're holding control to try and like pull stuff up. If you like barely like move the mouse while you're clicking and like go to move to the next thing, it will like it just did it again. It will copy all of them for some dumb reason or another. I don't know why. I don't know why the same thing that you use to select everything, if you just hold, like copy is usually Control C or something like that. So if I wanted to copy a file, I should have to click another button, not just drag it somewhere else and all of a sudden, you know, just does dumb stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. There is 28. All right, so I'm just crazy. It's 28 made. That's why I can't find the one that doesn't exist. I must have just forgot to select one. All right, so let's change the view here. Present and half. I hate when I do that. Yeah, no. Super annoying. First, because Chucky's not here, says Salacious Z. What is up? We got Barnes83 Don in the house. Mark Clark is hanging out with us. We got Moonbaz Marty on in here. Woohoo! All righty, there we go. So, yeah, all the cards are done. That's a good thing. Thought I was going to have to, like, make another one all of a sudden here. I was like, I could have sworn I went through every one of them pretty specifically. We were sort of doing stuff right. So not that one. Let's go to window, and here we go. There we go. We got all the pictures. Let's go through the shadow. This kind of finishes us off. We have over 190 cards done now. I think that, let's go ahead and take a peek here. Which ones do I have left to do here? All right. So we have 1, 2. So there's 2. We got 3, 4, 5. So yeah, there's 9 Monsuta left, including the whatchamacallits, the Grand Gandalfs, the 4 Grand Gandalfs. Which those are all legendaries. We have the dimensions figured out after AJ Shattersworth, or have a better idea of how to do the dimensions of that after AJ Shattersworth. So yeah, that's it. And that'll be done probably this weekend, those 9 cards, because now that we have the ability to move all of those at one time, it shouldn't be too difficult to finish them on off. Yeah, 191 Monsuta are completed. And we're ready to start building. We got everything done, man. We got everything done. This is exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Brody Blatt, Full Metal Jacket, ignore armor and deal damage directly to HP. That's going to be an OP ability. We have Joaquin Cream, torched ability. Joaquin's Cream, target 1 unit. Status impairments are gone. Heal 10 health, +3 attack. So that is right out of the gate. Like, you lay the card down, and that's what it does to one of these things. Spoiled High, healing splash, heals 7 health to entire team when it dies, obviously. So it's got to die in order to reach that point of where it can heal the whole team. But again, Spoiled High ability works whether you're the one doing it or someone else is doing it. So you could actually time this yourself. If your opponent is avoiding this card, you could go ahead and off this card yourself and get that ability working. So pretty neat, pretty cool stuff. Pretty potent little healer. A couple of these Shatter ones have some pretty potent healing abilities. You'll see that here in a minute. Jewel Juice heals 7 HP to your side of the field during each resolution phase. This is going to be a mad aggro card. Like, if you're not aggroing this card, I don't know what you're doing. It's why we have Monsuta that have the jump fly ability, why we have Monsuta that have removal ability, is to target things like this. Because if your opponent has some hefty tanks on there, unless you have some really powerful attackers, you may not even be doing damage each turn. They may just be healing up fully at the end of each turn. So you don't want that. You want to kill this card. If you have this card, you want to protect this card because it'll help keep your team very well alive. And that's kind of the whole point of any card game, is you want to get the most use out of your cards. You want them to last as long as possible. So there's a few Monsuta that have taunt. They may be the ones that you want to lay down before you lay down a Jerry Jules, because that should allow Jerry Jules to last a little bit longer. But again, if someone has a Monsuta that has an ability that allows you to target something and remove it from the field, that'll kind of bypass that. So something to keep in mind. Atomic Atom, torched ability, Atom Collider. Deal 5 damage to the entire smoke circle. Both players send the top 5 cards of their deck to the toasted pile. So this would be better to play, this is an oh shit card to a certain degree. Also, say that, it's towards the end of the match and your opponent's got less cards in their deck than you, might want to use this card. If you are using Eddie Maxim as your playable Monsuta Card Shark, which allows you to pull cards back into your deck, that might be another great usage for this card. There's going to be certain Monsuta Card Sharks that certain Monsuta seem to make the most sense to use with, which we'll go through that when we get to Sandy Brandy as well. But Tiff Tower, poke. We got Lethal Bleed 2 Monsuta loses, or Lethal Bleed 2. Monsuta loses health each turn until they are toasted. That's what Lethal Bleed means. That's what is being activated by the poke as a Lethal Bleed ability. All right, we got MK Ultra Mystic Mix-Up. Look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. That needs to be switched there. Let's go ahead and Control-Z that one. There we go. So let's go back on over to the MK Ultra. We'll go ahead and get that fixed up real quick. I mean, your deck also would work well. I wonder if you could do it for either one. Part of me is now wondering. No, I'm using it. I created its cost to be 3 for a specific reason, and that's that you're doing it to your opponent's deck. Opponent's deck. All right, so let's bump that down to 26 so it all fits. And I try to keep it similar in terms of size differentiation, which I try to keep those 8 pixels apart from one another in terms of their size. So let's go ahead and export to MK Ultra. So that's going to go ahead. When I do that, it's going to automatically export it to the file that I already have, because I've already exported MK Ultra once during this session. So it's going to go ahead and just change the file that I already have that exists for that image file. So now we were able to add opponents on there. It's not going to show up in this because I've opened up this specific file. Cindy Cyclone. Cyclone Slasher deals 2 damage to opposing Monsuta Card Shark's front guard each turn. So that's pretty insane. So pretty much anything that gets laid down in the front, this is going to start doing damage to it. All right. So that's pretty potent. That's pretty powerful. All right. Let's move on to that. We have Spoiled High, Blitzed Brandy, heals team back to full health. Team is now confused. So only 1 health, 4 cost. Seems like, It's great to have everything at full health, but is that really going to help you? If you have a Monsuta Card Shark, specifically like your buddy Benny Bunko, then that's going to be something that you should take into account, because Benny Bunko is going to usually specialize in having Monsuta that thrive off of being confused, whether that's a health boost, an attack boost, something like that. So this is a card that's going to more so go for a team like that. Now, you could use it outside of that, but you better have a good strategy. Maybe you have nothing but tanks on the field and you're not really planning on attacking with them, so maybe that's another good time to use it. But otherwise, you're going to be running a 50-50 chance of destroying your own side of the field with your freshly healed units. You don't want to do that. So make sure you use your cards wisely. All right, we got Torched Ability, Wailing In. That's right. He's kind of meant to be funny, because people wail into projects. It is based off of the Moby Dick strain. So we have Dobby Dick. Torched Ability, Wailing In. Select one Monsuta with less attack than Dobby Dick. Send it to the toasted pile. So one of the things to keep in mind is that if you have a card that has increased attack, increased health, something like that, that takes effect before the resolution of a Torched Ability. So the moment it touches the field, that's when that takes effect. So if you have a card like Cali Crystal on the field already, right? And you lay down a Dobby Dick and he gets +5 attack, you could technically destroy a card with, 6 attack or lower. So you could destroy all sorts of cards. This is also a great one for different cards with different abilities that got low attack and stuff. Dobby Dick's going to be able to come out and destroy those, because there's lots of cards with lots of healers with 0-1 attack, lots of support cards with 0-1 attack. So this is going to be one of those cards that's great because it can take a few hits. It can at least take 2, right? Unless you go up against, Brody Blatt or Sensei Starby that have abilities that allow them to ignore armor. But if they don't have abilities to ignore armor, then this is at least going to take 2 hits, because you have to get rid of armor before you can attack health, unless you have that specific ability that allows you to attack HP directly and ignore armor, which the 2 Monsuta I mentioned can do that. Rita Rose, Trash Talk, target 1 Monsuta, -4 damage for 1 turn. So again, not 7 health, doesn't really have any attack, but this is a great way to save your tanks, save your attacker type Monsuta. If you're trying to keep them alive, have them not lose their health and get toasted. This could be a very potent card. It's obviously a support card. We got Experiment Chem 91. It's only got 2 cost. It's only got 1 health. But hey, Spoiled High, super yummy. When Experiment Chem 91 takes lethal damage in battle, her team gets a random boost, 37.5. So 37.5% chance to get +1 damage to your side of the field. So that's your whole side of the field. 37.5% chance to get +2 health to the whole side of the field. Or you have a 25% chance that you get +1 damage and +2 health for only a 2-cost Monsuta. So early on, this card could be pretty helpful, on turn 4, turn 5, something like that. You've been building up Monsuta, you've been gaining stuff, and you want to do a quick little rush ability. This is one that could definitely do some good damage. But you're going to want to use that more so in a rush deck than anything, in my opinion. I'm sure someone will find a great use for it down the line. But that's what I've known to be true, just with the way that I've been building this, is that it's going to be better used in the earlier rounds of the game. Paisley Pink, Spoiled High Pink Power. We got Heal Surrounding Monsuta +4 health. So that's anything that's touching it. So if you're in the center rear guard and that gets toasted, your whole field's going to get +4 health. Obviously, excluding Paisley Pink, they just died. That spot will be empty after they die. So no one's going to get +4 health there, but you get +4 health outside of that, which is pretty cool. And we got Torched Ability, Thunderclap. Target 1 Monsuta, deal 8 damage to it. Again, no health here, so it's going to get toasted unless you have a Monsuta like Cali Crystal or any of the other ones that give plus health to a specific Monsuta, because then that's going to go ahead and work on Tammy Thunder, keep it alive, and now you get to do 8 damage to a Monsuta, and you get to keep a Monsuta on the field with 8 attack. Now, that being said, if the ability that is giving the health, whatever Monsuta it is, what ability a Monsuta has laid down, once that ability runs out and it goes down to 0 health again, because if it gives +4 health while that Monsuta is on the field, or while an ability from that Monsuta is in effect, once that effect is done, then guess what? Tammy Thunder is going to get toasted with that Monsuta, because it will go back down to 0 health. So there you go. So different ways to take advantage of that card, different ways to counter that card. something to keep in mind. So, like, it doesn't make sense for you to attack Tammy Thunder. It makes more sense for you to attack the card that's giving it the health, because then you could toast both at the same time. So, yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. We got Ricky Redwood. We got the Spoiled High Splinter Shot. So it's a tank, has 12 health, no attack, 0 armor, only got a 5 cost, a lot of health for the 5 cost, and it does damage upon death, deals 2 damage to opposing front guard, hits rear guard if no front guard exists. So there you go. So that's pretty nice. So if you have the front guard totally wiped out and then someone attacks, attacks that Monsuta, Ricky Redwood, and does damage to it, it's going to hit the whole rear guard as well. Pretty nice. Armor Shatter. There you go. When this Monsuta engages a battle with a Monsuta that has armor, that Monsuta will lose all armor as a result of battle with Hank Hammer, regardless of Hank Hammer taking lethal damage. So even if they kill Hank Hammer, that Monsuta no longer has armor, which for a 2 cost, 3 attack, 2 health, not too shabby. You know what I mean? You can really weaken a card. So this will have use even towards the later rounds of the game. It may even actually have more use at the end of a match than it does at the beginning, because you're going to have all these Monsuta that have these ridiculous levels of armor that are legendary, cards. So definitely something to keep in mind. Yeah. Trying to take out a King Zong, trying to take out a Mecha Shitsu, something like that. You're going to want a Hank Hammer in your deck to help make that facilitate that a little bit easier. We got Project Sour, Spoiled High, Sour Sludge, your opponent's side of the field. Let me make sure that this is actually showing. Excellent. Great. Good morning. What's up? Hello, everyone. Sup, y'all? Sup, y'all? There we go. We got Down the Hatch. So 2 different abilities you could choose. So you could take Down the Hatch, draw 3 cards, take 15 damage. This Monsuta is toasted. So it's not technically a Spoiled High ability. Why is it not technically a Spoiled High ability? Because you're using the ability which ultimately toasts it. Whereas the Spoiled High ability is something that it takes lethal damage and then the ability activates. So that's the major difference there. But it also does have the Spoiled High ability. Potent Poison. The Monsuta that toasted this Monsuta, as well as the Monsuta adjacent to it, are now inflicted. That's not spelled right. I need a T in there. I need a T in there for Papa Poison. There's Papa Poison. Inflicted with poison 2. All right, which that is, you know what? I'm going to make that lethal poison 2. There we go. So that way they're poisoned until they die. So that, 5 cost is a pretty hefty cost for a card. So it makes sense to go ahead and give it a cool ability like that. Let's go ahead and remember, these are all subject to change. That's why they're not the perfected playable cards of the first edition. We may have to go in and balance cards as time goes on. So let's save that there. File. Let's export the new pop-up Poison edition. I think my girlfriend came out with a cat. I think I saw a kitty. What?
Oh, I thought they came out cute.
Oh no, I thought you were holding one.
No, we got them a toy. They've been attacking one another.
Got it. Got it. All right, so we got the Spoiled House. We kind of went over this one already. I already edited it and whatnot. So there we go. Let's go ahead and move along here. Move along.
Have you shown them how big they've gotten?
Huh?
Have you shown them how big they've gotten?
Oh, the cats? No, I didn't know what you're talking about for a second. We got Riker Tiger. We got a Spoiled High, Eye of the Tiger. We got Surrounding Monsuta on your side of the field. Now have the Enraged ability. Which that again is if a Monsuta takes damage, is going to get increased attack. So that's going to be a pretty potent card. If you have a lot of tanks on your side of the field, this might actually be a great card to lay down, because now all of a sudden you have tanks that have a bunch of health, a bunch of armor, stuff like that, that are now getting increased attack based off of having this new ability that they normally wouldn't have. So Preserve Power, only 1 cost, only 1 health, heals +2 health to a single Monsuta once per turn. Early game healer, +2 health is not a whole lot of health, but it's only got 1 cost. Yeah, it's only got 1 health though. So definitely got to make sure that this guy has at least a tank in front of him, something protecting them a little bit, and kind of in tandem with the tank, right? It can go ahead and heal the tank up in the early game, keep it on the field longer. You want cards to last as long as possible. Boom. Riley Icy. There we go. We got Spoiled High. Brain Freeze. Monsuta that deals lethal damage to Riley Icy is now frozen. So there you go. I think this is the only other Monsuta that has that frozen ability other than Frosty Fiona. It's the only one that has that ability other than the legendary Gandalf known as Frosty Fiona. So kind of a legendary ability that lives for this Riley. And for those of you who don't know, Frozen is like frozen. That card is now like just sitting there. You can't attack with it. You can't activate its abilities. It is frozen. You need a Monsuta with full heal in order to get rid of it. Or you may even have to use one of your own abilities to have something that can go ahead and remove it. That's why we don't have many Monsuta that have that ability. We do have a Monsuta that is specifically meant to cure that, which we have. What's her name? We have Frostfire. Let me go ahead and pull her up. Let me go ahead and pull her up just in case you've never seen her before for some reason. Just in case you've never seen her before for some reason. Never know. Never know. All right, let's go to Fated Monsuta. Frostfire. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see here. I'm going to show you that real quick. Share screen, share the tab. So there you go. And these are actually the only two Monsuta that share the same name, Fiona. So you have Frosty Fiona, and then you have the byproduct of Frosty Fiona, because we, smoke a pipe, there's going to be fire, and normally it's ice-based. So the fire that comes off of Frosty Fiona, which is Fiona Frost Fire, is specifically going to be to heal those that have been frozen. So that's kind of like the counter to Frosty Fiona. So I honestly think that people are going to sleep on this card a bit. Oh, that must be the misprint. 364 is the lowest listing. 350 wax is, yeah, that's a, oh my goodness. I didn't realize I even had a Frosty Fiona misprint. We may have to do a giveaway for that little fella here. That little feller here. I have to do one for those guys. It's a pretty dope card. It's going to be a pretty potent card, to say the least. Let's share the screen. Again, a lot of these cards, the whole point of this game is to have fun, but it's definitely going to be a troller's paradise. There's a lot of disruptor abilities. A lot of disruptor abilities. Here we go. Mystery Max stepping up. Random ability is given to Mystery Max. So Mystery Magic. So that's it. Let me see here. That one needs to be changed a little bit, because that's kind of like, this is going to be one of the most interesting cards to have to code, because I'm going to hold off on changing the text on that right now. Random ability / status is given to a Monsuta of your choosing. There we go. I'll go ahead and show what I'm currently changing it to so you guys can see that ability, which is kind of, some of these I'm like half asleep while I'm making them, so I didn't really write them down properly. But that's the thought process that I've had with this Monsuta, is that you're going to essentially give it an ability or a status impairment or boost, or it could be anything. It's a mystery. That's the whole point of this card, is it's supposed to be a mystery. So it's really just a massive roll of the dice. Only got a 2 cost. It's only got 1 health. It's going to be gone pretty quickly. But you can end up hurting your side of the field with this. You could end up creating essentially a legendary card on the field because of this, which is pretty crazy. So like Mystery Max, if you have a lot of vanilla cards in your deck, maybe you add a few Mystery Maxes to it, so that you can give them some potent abilities possibly. And keep in mind, you could also give them some very bad abilities. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and stop sharing that screen, present back to the other screen. So that's what we changed it to. Let me go ahead and hit export on that so it actually does that. Export the file, save, there we go. always got to make sure. Always got to make sure that we're following through on some of that stuff, because otherwise I might forget, and then I go back and then I think that I've fixed everything, and then I go mint stuff, and then I'm like, wait, where did that error come from? So trying to get everything done in the moment while I'm looking through it. It's also part of the reason that I go over these cards after I make them, is because, you know, this is kind of like an editing process to a degree. Sour Power. The opposing Monsuta card shark cannot draw extra cards outside their initial draw phase while this Monsuta is on the field. That is huge. So if you are facing Grungely, who has the ability to undercut and draw a card from the bottom of the deck, he can't do that when this card's on the field. If you have a card that has the ability to draw a card from the deck with a specific name, with a specific anything, you can't do that while Liam Lemonade is on the field. So, yeah, no attack. Yeah, no armor. Yeah, all it does is prevent your opponent from drawing more cards outside of their initial draw phase, but that could be a huge disruptor to a lot of decks, especially if you have cards in your deck that allow you to draw stuff. You know what I mean? You could easily get a card advantage with that. And one cut. Yeah, nope, wrong chat. I am so late. So late. All right, then we got Jackie Jam. Oh, see, I got to go in and fix this one. I got to go in and fix this one. For some reason, there is a white label on there, which let's go ahead and let's do that now. Again, before I forget. Oh, yeah. Does anyone, I'll talk about that in a minute. There's something that had me laughing. There's like a spin to earn game now. Has anyone heard of Spinia? I was laughing at it. I don't know anything about it. Maybe it's a great concept or something like that, if anyone has any idea on it. But it just made me laugh because it's like fidget. It looks like fidget spinners for profit. It is very funny looking to me. Very funny looking to me. So let's open up the pixel art. Stop screen. What? No. Invite guests. No. Present. Share the screen. All right, pixel art. Here we go. Start a free drawing. Let's go to open.pixel. Let's go to jam.pixel. Open that on up. Nope. Not there. Nope. Not there. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, I just delete that then. Now this one. I want to erase that one. There we go. Make sure we don't have any other random mistakes on there. Go file, go to export download. We want it to be 400 by 400. All righty. And then we're going to go to image resizer. For this tab instead, select an image. I just made one. Whenever it decides it wants to load, Jackie Jam 400x400. That's not the name of it anymore. Select that image. Just type in the dimensions, resize the image. Download that image. Boom, we're done. Is it done it? Yes, it's being done. Boom. All right, so now we're going to go back, share screen. Go to window. Go to the creator itself. Let's go ahead and pull up Jackie Jam. There they are. Go ahead and go on into here. I'm just going to go ahead and type 430, X430. So when I go back to organize those, go ahead and get it right. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and make that one disappear. Here we are. Boop, 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 boop. No, too far. Go ahead and go on over there. Boom. So now we have a perfected card file. And again, export to Jackie Jam. And now, boom, it's done. Now the card no longer has the error on it. So nice and simple. Yeah, all the promo cards for the most part, other than AJ Shattersworth and Frosty Fiona, are all 100 by 100. Yep. Spin to win, baby. No, it's spin to earn. There's no winning. There's just spin to earn. Just spin to earn. Yeah, because you can go ahead and you can reshape and resize things. And if I really want to, like, you know, get something specific, you know, if I want to do like 562 for the pixels, then I would probably just switch it. No win, just earn. I'd probably switch it to like 600 by 600, drop it down to 562 by 562. It's going to go ahead and automatically just adjust that with all the colors in place. And but yeah, 100 by 100 was just kind of a nice way. I always had room to kind of get done what I wanted to get done. And there's so many things that are out there that don't fuck up the image too much when you go ahead and resize them, that it just made sense to go ahead and make everything kind of uniform. Oh yeah, 100 by 100 for this instance is good. Like, let me go ahead and pull up a different one though here. Go ahead and pull up. I've worked in all sorts of sizes here. And I'll show you one that took so damn long. So damn long. Let's go to new, open.pixel, grand stadium, completed. There we go. Boom. And is this the one? No, this is not the animated one. This is not the animated one. That one is, do I have that one? Open.pixel. Oh, let me share the freaking screen. That'll help. There you go. There you go. Lit up complete. There we go. I think that's the one that has, yes, this will clear the current canvas. That's okay. Because, yeah. And let's see, what is, so if I go to resize canvas, so this one's 640 by 360. I did that specifically to kind of like, so if I amplify, if I make it larger, if I do something like that, if I export it larger or something, I can go ahead and fit it to certain parameters. I also didn't want to have it be super duper small, but that's why, you know, you have these tiny little pixels and stuff like that where I kind of spray painted the Starry Night-esque sky, if you will. And that's actually, boom, that's why we have the preview here. You can kind of see, I think once it loads, it'll kind of, yeah. So there you go. And you kind of have all the lights showing up here and kind of have all the stars moving around and whatnot, shimmering and shining and whatnot. That's the Grand Faded Stadium there. Get the car if you can keep your hand on it the longest. In this case, you are the big winner if you can withstand the boredom of spinning. That's fucking hilarious. And then let's see which size I did. I can't even remember what size I did the tetrahydronium mines torches dot pixel. Here we go. So here we go. Which size is this in? Resize canvas. So this is 250 by 150 here. The 250 by 150. And I think I actually switched to 250 by 150 because when I did the 640, when I made the Grand Faded Stadium, I was like, this is hell. It took so long to make that picture. And so even with this one took a long ass time too. I had to get everything in the right space. I had to make it, you know, make the top and the bottom kind of mirror each other to a degree. This was a pain in the ass too. Even with copying and pasting stuff, because, you know, I had to go in and make sure that all of this was the right coloration that I wanted. You know, kind of have the lit up stuff and things like that. Kind of have the shimmering on the tetrahydronium, if you will. So this one was also a pain in the butt. This one was also a pain in the butt, but oddly enough, this is the same size, I believe, as open.pixel. Let's do Frosty Fiona, right, for a second. Frosty Fiona pixel. Okay, there it is. So Frosty Fiona file resize. This one's 250 by 200. So this one's a lot taller. So definitely a little bit chunkier here on this one. Woohoo! Yeah! So definitely going to be interesting to see this one in terms of its actual card format. Same with the other Gandalfs. Probably going to be a little bit longer to make those because I am going to have to figure out the exact dimensions for it. Because again, what's his face? AJ Shattersworth was 150 by 100. So that was a little bit different. So if I go to new resize open dot pixel AJ Shadowsworth. And this was like this is the first mythic I had ever made. So the first mythic I had ever made, there's AJ Shadowsworth there. File, resize canvas, so 150 by 100 there. And originally I thought I was going to make all of the mythics like this general size, but then I kind of, end up going more the route of the mythics being the 100 by 100, and then having just the Gandalfs be that size. Well, this is like the one exception to that rule. And again, this was the first mythic ever made. This was, I was kind of going through, and I had only made 8 of them at the time. This is the 7th one, so I'd only made 7 at the time of finishing this one. Now we're up to 200, and I just realized it'd be a lot simpler to kind of go with the 100 by 100 route. And that's why some of the mythics do have like little crazy backgrounds, some of them not so much. But this one I was like, I wasn't doing a whole grip of them by myself. I had only done, I was only going to do 8, so I kind of went balls to the walls on this one. And I kind of realized later on that like having all these different sized cards is going to be annoying. So that's when by series 2, I kind of stuck to the 100 by 100. 6 of the previous cards were 100 by 100. So I was like, all right, so if there's 5 cards that aren't 100 by 100, big deal out of 195. Oh yeah, no, it's got to be a lot bigger. You know what I mean? I want it to be detailed. I don't want it just to be like, very, very basic stuff. I wanted to have that Mega Man-esque feel to it. Mega Man-esque. I actually looked up different like images of like Mega Man backgrounds before I went ahead and made that one, which I thought was pretty cool. I think that I'm pretty cool for doing stuff like that. The weed store is telling me that they have weed. There you go. There. I always get all these notifications from dispensaries. They're like, we have all the greatest deals in the world, which always makes me crack up. All right, stop sharing that screen. I think we're almost done going through these cards, right? Let me go ahead and go over here. Let me see. You kind of usually you have like a thing at the bottom. Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. Then we're gonna get to giveaways. All right, Jackie Jam. Jackie Jam takes lethal damage. Heal all Monsuta on your side of the smoke ring for 3 health. So there you go. Very nice card. Blasty Blue Ball. With the torched ability at Blue Ball's smokescreen, the opposing Monsuta card sharks Monsuta are blinded for a turn, 50% chance to miss target. That honestly, in my opinion, is a card that you can use at any time that you're kind of at a disadvantage on the field. If you've got less cards than your opponent, this is a perfect time to use a card like this because this is a torched ability, right? It's got no stats. The whole point of it is to play it. So if you think of these cards like your spell cards. That's what you should be thinking of these cards as. We don't have spell cards. We don't have trap cards. We don't have any of that crap. This is the equivalent of your spell card. This is going to be the thing that you lay down specifically to make other things last longer, to affect or do some sort of status to your opponent. This is what these abilities and these cards are doing. They're all monsters. They're all Monsuta, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to go out and they're going to use these abilities. So definitely a cool one there. There's AJ Shadowsworth. There's the Fat Boy. This is the Fat Boy card. Obviously, the Grand Gandalfs are going to look more similar to this fatty card, which I'm actually going to have to increase the height, I've realized. Well, actually, no, I don't have to increase the height. I don't know why I said I had to increase the height. But it is going to be a little bit different size in terms of the width, at the very least. Probably more similar to this. Because, again, it's not the same ratio. So if it was like 300 to 200, it would be like the same ratio as this one, which is 150 to 100, but it's 250 to 200. So it's going to be a slightly different ratio than this one, but should still be a height of 430 because I want to make all of them the same height and then just increase the width. So that way they're all at least like the same height. Here we go. We got Molly Mimosa, Spoiled High, Max Mimosa. That's right. Heal 1 Monsuta to full health, remove all negative status effects. That's definitely a nice card. That's why it's got 4 health, because it has the remove status effects as well. So if you have a Monsuta that is frozen, if you have a Monsuta that's lethally poisoned, burned, asleep, confused, whatever it is, Molly Mimosa is going to come in and save the day. So there you go. Ballsy Bells, Bell Bros Bop. There you go. Split the Ballsy Bells into 3 separate Monsutas. Their health is divided by 3. So you get 3 Monsuta that are 1, 1, and 3 from just 1 Monsuta. which again, if you have something like Cali Crystal on the field already, this would be a great card because they would get +5 health and +5 attack. And now you have 3 Monsuta for a 5 Tetracell cost that have 6 attack as well as 8 health from 1 5 card. So that, again, you gotta think about how you're going to use these cards. Even ones that appear that, like, why would I want that ability? 5 cost, 3 cards at 1 1 1 3. Just keep in mind they have 1 armor. All right. So they're going to keep that 1 armor. So now all these things can take 2 hits for the most part, unless they got a Sensei Starby or a Brody Blackplat on the field or remove. Great stall card if you use it properly in a combo. Great powerful card to attack your opponent with. All right, that's the final one. That's the final one. So, guys, keep all this stuff in mind. Blue ball! Exclamation blue ball. Everyone's typing exclamation blue ball. That's hilarious. That I haven't even started the giveaway. I haven't even opened up the grubfish. But that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I think we should do it. I think that's a great one. Normally, I just do the type that it is. So normally, I just do exclamation shatter. But everyone apparently wants exclamation blue ball. I think someone did that to be funny, and everyone else took it very literal because everyone else is doing it as well. Which it's very funny to me. That's fucking hilarious. All right, blue ball. There we go. Okay, what? I got a cat crying. What's up, crying cat? Tiger. Oh, you sort of know your name. Yeah, it was me. What's up? You want inside? You want inside the room? Oh, you guys both want inside the room. What's up? What's up? All right, I'll put you guys in there. Oh, no, you little cool bear. You gotta come say hello to the stream. Dude, look how big these guys are getting. Look how big these guys are getting. They're not tiny anymore. Oh, Clay, don't be a butt. Don't copy your brother, Tiger. Just be a butt. I'm trying to help you guys out. You guys were crying to get in here. So. Little buttheads. Little buttheads. Got him. Get him. I don't care. It's canon now. It's canon now. It's only a joke, yo. Now you've decided the key word for the day. It was only meant to be funny, and now look what's happened. It's become a thing. It's a real thing. Real boy. All right. First edition joints and flower pack going out to first place. If you get 30 people, we'll do first and 30th. So there you go. You know what? How about instead of 30th, we do first and 15th? So that way we can do it regardless of whether we get to 30 or not. So first and 15th. That's how we're going to do it. First and 15th. I'm going to check some stuff real quick. This is what I was laughing at. Has anyone seen this? Has anyone gotten into this? There's only so I did this one, right? I did Spinia World, so I checked this out. So there's only 1,900 assets in existence. Not many sales. NFT market cap is looking okay. You look at what people have the most of when they get this: Elemental Hunters, Crypto Deads, Dark Country, DeFi Mining, Farmer Pets, NFT Battle Miners, Crittercraft of all things. And Wax Ape Rave Club is what they share the most in common. Happy 101. What is up, tissues? So should we get one? Should we see what should we buy one and see what the Spinia world has to offer? Spin your way to success. Yeah. The runes are expensive as balls, man. They are expensive stuff. Ooh, they have a calculator. I love this. Yeah, okay. So here we go. We got a calculator. So we got rares. We got promos, right? Ooh, promos are garbage. Ignore the promos. We got commons. We got uncommons here. Let's see here. Attention, all calculations are based on current market prices. At the end of the period, prices may change. So the calculator will act. So what is this? So this is a week. So if I get an uncommon right now, plus 131.2 spin, plus 249.28 wax, which is plus 11.22 USDT. I love that they add the US dollar value on there right now. So let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see what it costs. Let's see if they're for reals. Let's see if this is, if I'm going to be a millionaire off of spinning fidgets. Spinning world. They got a decent 3-day volume. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at it last night. I was curious. We got the uncommons here. What are they? 149 wax. Oh, look at that. Share this tab instead. Look at this. 149 wax. Suggested price is 268. They are dropping. 226 is dropping. Why are they dropping so much? This is a hype already over. Did we miss the train already? We missed the train already. What's going on with this? What's going on with this? Let's go to price the lowest here, right? So we got a spinny here. All sorts of tickets that are low. So see, these ones are super low in terms of value, but I mean, like we could get like one for 149 and still be killing it. You know what I mean? Like we could get that and still be mowing them down. So let's check out some of these rarities here. Legend. Oh, no one's got a legendary. They got an epic. Wait, why is there? Can I buy this one? Suggested price. So 4 names. That's so weird. So I take the legend off, and then there's only that one. So were these owners spinning a world? Is this like one of those weird ones where like the offer no longer exists? Spinning a world had one for 1,050. So if I go to buy now, is it going to do that weird thing where before buying this NFT, realize that there's nothing that we know about these guys? Which is funny. They say that they don't have my identity at Atomic Hub or like my company information, but they made me re-verify all of my shit already before they went through the re-verification of doing all the other stuff. It's part of the reason I haven't done it again. It's like, I was like, I don't have to do this a third time. You guys, I have emails of me sending you all my shit. I don't think anyone gives a shit what you guys have to say about projects anymore. But here we go. So we can get a rare for 226.7, an uncommon 149. I mean, like I could be getting stuff in Nova Pangea for these prices. I could be getting stuff in like premium games for these prices. So like, what? I wish I had my like vote, my poll thing. They have runes on here. Ooh, we can do runes. What is this? Premium? Yes. What is premium? I don't know what premium is. See, we're already, let's go to none. Let's go to none premium. Rune, yes. Oh, see, I need a rune. So here we go. What about a month? What? Wait, why? How do I go from a week at 36 wax and then that should be just times 4, right? Am I crazy? Oh, referral multiplier. Oh, I could refer all of you and be richer. Oh my god. Oh yeah. So here. So that is the 1 week, right? 36 wax. All right. So that's, even if that was the actual amount, right? Even if that was the actual amount, 36 wax, right? 36 wax, spend 149. If it stayed relatively the same, I'd be back at my my return in about 6 weeks. But then we go to 1 month and it's like, bam! 623. The calculator will be active after the game release. Yeah, it's released, but like, what do I do? I'm sorry. This is crazy to me. Because I don't even know are you like sitting there like clicking it and like trying to like actively spin it, or is it just spinning on its own? I'm so curious because it's dropped so much already and it just came out. Yeah, it just came out on the 3rd and people are already selling it for way below the suggested price. Let's see here. NFTs features. What about features? immersive gameplay that captures, which it's not immersive. I've actually looked at it. It's pretty much it's pretty much as basic shit. Yeah, you can deposit your spinny into the game, open slots for your spinny. Oh, stake them into your slots, and spinny is ready to spin. All right, so there you go. Can we deposit? I don't think we have anything, so we can deposit a spinny, right? We want to deposit your spinny into the game. Well, why is? Oh, there we go. Assets. So we do tickets. We do assets. I wonder what the tickets do. You will have to wait a while for NFT tickets to be generated. When you withdraw them, your tickets will be burned, and you will receive virtual tickets when you deposit them into the game. All right, so that makes sense. Buy spin. What is this? Available to purchase. 1 spin equals 1 wax. So I could buy the. Oh wait, so I have to buy spins in order to. This is so interesting. I'm just so curious about this is the weirdest thing in the world to me. I can't believe we have a fidget spinner game. It's so strange. 1st and 15, getting a first edition pack. We're gonna go ahead and move back to this. You must spin. Is anyone in it? Is anyone digging it? Anyone? There's only 199 people playing or whatever. I'm so confused. Funny because they made a whole game for it. It screams mining network to me. It screams mining network at my face. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way about it, but I read that, I see that, and I think mining network. So I don't know what y'all are thinking. I don't know if you guys are thinking good, bad, crappy. I'm along the lines of no way. I just don't see how this becomes a game that ever actually maintains value. I don't. Anytime that a game is just meant hey, come get this token, come get this thing, come build this thing. Unless you're giving me something that I can use elsewhere, right? That's how I've always said it from the get-go. If you're ever going to create a successful project where it's about getting token, you have to have some other token that it goes into that you could use outside of that game. Whether it's more games that you create, get a partnership going with another game, anything like that. Because otherwise, if it's just to get the token and upgrade your shit to get more token, eventually you're gonna, it's inflationary. You're gonna have the price is gonna go down. There's gonna be too much token. There's gonna be too much shit, and you eventually it just collapses. It's a house of cards. It just falls down once enough people get in there. Tissues 101 coming away with that there. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's go ahead and go to trading. We'll go to new transfer. Boom. We'll share this tab instead. And we got the, oh yeah. And I had a Demon Doodles pack that I opened recently. We got the Vespa Corgi here, which this Vespa Corgi is an epic. It's it's got a nice, wonderful thing going on there. The Dogzilla wolf. I do have some Dogzillas. I do have a few of those. TwitchCon 23 streamer Sune pin. We're going to be giving those out this weekend. We're going to be putting them on the wheel and stuff like that. We'll be talking about that. She's going to TwitchCon. She's got a booth. I've got the location of the booth if you are actually going there. So that's pretty neato on that front. I thought that was pretty cool anyways. I'm a weirdo though, so I accept that the things that I find cool, other people do not find cool. Some people are like, that's not that cool. I'm like, I think it is. Twitch giveaways, left, action, house, faded, Monsuta, Friday mornings. All right, so let's get a first edition pack going out there. Folks that are winning these now, that's a good time to be showing up to streams right now, guys, because these are going to be playable even after we leave, even after the perfected playable card sale. So whenever that happens, these cards are still going to be usable, which is kind of the whole point of why you bought promo cards. It's kind of why you did all of the shit before that shit is kind of what led to this shit. And so save up that THC, buy them packs, whatever you want to do. You want to sit around, you want to win them at streams and stuff like that. That's cool too. That's cool too. No, yeah, I don't know. It's so hard for me to get on any other project right now, like the Spinia. Like old Wax Me might have been like, oh, this is hilarious. This is dumb. This is going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to buy it. Like, that's why I bought into Mining Networks. I was like, this is This is hilarious. I love the pixel art. I think it's cool. The fact that they got blacklisted was hilarious to me. When they got blacklisted, I actually started buying up the floor of that project, which is why I made a good chunk of wax off of, because I was buying the free miners like for 0.4 wax, and then they like exploded to like 8 wax and pop or whatever. That was hilarious. That was a really funny time in the wax space to me. But no, man, like it's just all that stuff is just wild and bonkers to me. Like, people are still making games like that. I'm curious who made that game. I'm curious if there's any similarities between previously rug pulled projects. CMC Ski number 15, getting a first edition everything pack. Oh, here we go. Get that name on up in there. That name on up in there. But yeah, no, I'm not recommending that you go buy up the floor of that game. I'm not saying that you're going to be a millionaire. The calculator doesn't even make sense. It doesn't tell me that like you apparently get tickets, which maybe at like the end of each month, because of that uncommon that you have, you'll get like those tickets that you can sell, which is what the estimated price. So that's why there's such a big bump, is that like that month you get your prize tickets. If you play all the time, you know what I mean? Like, this is how much wax you make. But it doesn't include the cost of stuff. It doesn't include the cost of spins. I don't even know how much spins cost. It doesn't seem to include any of that stuff. So I don't know how much you're going to have to actually spend while you're getting that wax in order to achieve that wax. So that calculator might be, you know, unless someone explains it to me, I'm hesitant on that calculator right now. I'm not necessarily like, woo, doggy. All right, here we go. Get on in there, blue ball. It'd be funny, right? Would it be funny if the like creators of the game like reached out to me at some point and then they like totally had this like legit mechanics that they were gonna. That's the funny thing, is you just don't know. It's like part of the reason that I try to like look into some random stuff is because of stuff like Mining Network that, like, you know, not that many people knew about initially. It wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a thing. And then just blew the fuck up after those free ASIC miners started selling like crazy. And then Atomic Hub pulled their whitelist because they said that they were partnered with them. which like, I don't know, reach out to a game or something like that and be like, hey guys, like, you aren't partnered with us. You verified with us. There's a difference between partnering with us and being verified by us. And, you know, because that's, you know, the creator or whatever, who was from, I believe, South Korea, which I don't think English definitely is not your first language if you're from South Korea. So, like, you know, it might have been in his eyes a similar word or something like that. So, you know, or whatever he may have put into Google Translate, that's what popped out. You know what I mean? So, like, to just go and straight up, like, remove a whitelist from a collection because of that, without any prompting, right? Without any, like, now if they had been like, hey guys, you need to remove that partnership crap, that's not true. And then they went in and they, you know, okay, well, we got to remove that. And then they just decided, you know what? We're not going to remove it. Then by all means, ban away. Hit the hammer. Hit the hammer, give them whatever. You know what I mean? But now Wombat is in charge of Atomic Hub. I've noticed little to no differences. I think they're just going to kind of, now they own it and they're just going to let it run. You know what I mean? It's just an extra 2%, 4% for them for owning it, for all the secondary market sales that go through there. Which is part of the reason that I think it's smart for all different projects to create their own markets where you can put things up for sale so that we can cut those fellas out. I don't like giving 4% of my sales to just someone who provides a service, you know what I mean? Which, like, I want to have it in the game, and I want to, you know, have that stuff so people can, like, I don't know, if you sell something for THC or for wax or something, like, you know, you get that. Like, yeah, there's the 8% whatever secondary market fee from the collection, but like, we could take off an extra 4%, so it's not 12%, and instead, you know, they made some changes already, like making backing on an NFT visible again. Nice. Okay, see, that's awesome. That's good. 4% is more than Amex charges. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of stuff. They didn't create the project. They're not building the game. They're not doing anything other than providing a marketplace for people to buy NFTs, which I've seen some of the code that people use in order to make a marketplace, and it's not 4% on everything that ever comes through it worthy. You know what I mean? Even if they had done 2%, even if they had done 1 and 1, right? Like, I'd have less of a gripe about that. But the fact that they did that extra percent, shit like that adds up, dude. 4% of all the secondary market sales that ever occurred on Atomic Hub, that adds up. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of scratch. And they still went bankrupt. They still filed bankruptcy. For restructuring purposes. Oh, by the way, we gave the company, we gave our main moneymaker to Wombat. They bought it from us. You know, clearly not good money management going on over at Atomic Hub before Wombat Dungeon Master took the field. I mean, like, you think about it, right? Think about it. Remember when like Wax was like super high and Farmer's World was going on, right? That was a thing that was going down. Let's go type in Farmer's World, right? It's crazy. There's been $15 throughout. I can't believe there's even been $15 in 3 days. There's just no reason. So let's take a look at this here. Let's take a look at this. Share this tab instead. $194,931,000 in secondary market sales. That's insane, first of all. That's cuckoo bonkers and a half. They got 4% of that. You know, maybe people were trading on Nifty. Maybe people were trading on NFT Hive. But in general, the main place that people are trading is Atomic Hub. They're using Atomic Tools and they're using all that stuff. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do a little math here. So 194,931,541, right? And we'll times that by 0.04. So 4% is $7 million, $797,261. So $7,700,000, so almost $7.8 million that they received just from Farmer's World. All went tits up. Oh, they've been cashing out their wax. You watch what they've been doing on Bittrex and stuff like that. All the main accounts for Atomic Hub, they've been cashing out almost as quick as it comes in. They're part of the reason wax collapsed. They were regularly sending shit out. They're not holding on to much. They're just, get it out of here. Yeah, exchange it on the exchanges. Get that USDT. They're sending it all out, all off the chain. They're one of the worst culprits of sending wax off the chain. They're terrible. They got plenty. You'll look up the accounts that they go into, and you'll see that they've been regularly taking that stuff out. Fat chunks of it as it comes in. And yeah, there's a little bit of a lump sum in there, but for what they've taken in, there's fractions of it on there. So that's kind of it to me, though, is that, like, you know, and again, some of that went to NFT Hive, some of that went to Nifty Block, some of that went to some of these other marketplaces that exist. But for the most part, the majority of it went right here to Atomic Hub. And the fact that, you know, because I mean, dude, look at Alien Worlds. Still $7,000 I could try. What is the total volume for this one? This is gonna be mind-boggling here. Wow, that one's only 43 million wax. That's shocking. I thought that was gonna be higher for sure. I knew that Farmer's World was, like, for a long period of time was the largest, but I didn't realize that they were that much larger than Farmer's World. And I mean, at the peak of wax too. This was prime money laundering stuff going on here. All right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to the share this tab. There we go. Let's do another first edition pack. 1st and 30th this time. 1st, 30th. That's what we're going to do it. Normally, that's what we do. So here we are. Oh yeah, that's why I always laugh prospect of, like, Atomic Hub shitting on people and their projects for taking money out and doing all these different things, and they're like, "Oh, that's a little shady, that's a little sketchy, that's a little yada yada yada." They're the worst culprits of all the things that they were, like, removing whitelists and blacklisting collections. They're the worst culprits of all that stuff happening. The worst. Nice. You're able to get a legendary out of that bad boy. Sweet. Money laundering? Yeah, absolutely. you put the dirty money in, you get yourself some wax, you go buy an NFT, you sell you transfer it a few times, sell the NFT on different accounts, take the money out that way, boom, you got clean money. Yeah, money laundering. The stuff is trackable to a degree, but you can hide your tracks pretty well. My favorite method was through tip.cc. Tip.cc, you were sending stuff in and it would go in through one memo, and then you'd have to try and figure out once it's gone to tip.cc and been tipped to a Discord account, which that's going to be really hard to find. Like once it's done that, like super clean at that point. You know what I mean? Just transfer it over through Discord, get it over to one Discord account, have that one remove a bunch of wax, and as long as you're not using the same exact values and you're removing different values than what you put in, so that way it's a lot harder to track. You can't just look up a specific amount. Like if you just put in like $100 worth of stuff and you just put it in there and then you into Discord tip.cc and then you go ahead and put $100 over to another account, like that's if you need a clean set of accounts, my fee is 4%. There you go. The Laces Zeal, hook it up. Yeah, no, it's all very. That's kind of the whole thing of this, right? That's kind of like that's how this all exists. That's like literally what wax was founded for, was for gambling and money laundering. That is the primary purpose of the wax blockchain when it initially came to be. Everything that happened afterwards was, a happy mistake. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, cool. This thing we made for these super illegitimate purposes is like panning out. It's working. People are interested. People are bringing games. People are making NFTs, art, music, movies, all this stuff. They're dropping it all on the chain. And here we were just setting up gambling sites so that we could clean, launder money. My NFT hope. Yeah, no, it's sad. It's kind of a bummer. If you've never heard any of this stuff, I'm sorry. It's been floating around for a while. So for the most part, people should know that this has been a thing. But no, if you're just now hearing it for the first time, like I said, bit of a bummer. But Wombat seems to be taking charge of more and more things, and they kind of have a strong home here on Wax and EOS. So one can only hope that that's a good turning point. Maybe like that's my hope, is that it's a turning point for a group and organization that actually gives a shit about the chain. Hopefully, we're hoping. We are hoping. You don't got hope. What do you even got? That's just it, man. That's just it. Is like the amount of stuff that has come to the Wax blockchain. It's like nothing short of a miracle that it's been as successful as it has been. Yeah. And they just squandered the crap out of it. You know what I mean? That's why when like projects talk about leaving the Wax blockchain, I'm not even. How can I be mad at them? What has Wax done for them? You know what I mean? Like you got all these other companies and all these other things. We'll give you millions of dollars to make smart contracts if you bring your game here. Like you got all these people that are throwing money out the wazoo at projects, and then you got the Wax blockchain who's just like, fuck it. Fuck you guys. Fuck your games. Fuck all the people holding Wax. Screw them all. Like, it's bad. Hiding your money from the government is a time-honored tradition. That's true. Legally not good things. That's why it was made. Things that are legal. You want money, but I'm busy tanking the token. Right. Exactly. The reason that the creators of the Wax blockchain aren't creating grants is because they're trying to suckle every penny out of it They're like, we'll drive it to the floor. They don't care about us. I'm convinced of that. Nothing the Wax blockchain has done since I've got here has shown me that they give a crap. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they stumbled ass backwards into the Sony thing, which drove the price sky high. I think they stumbled ass back into Farmer's World being such a success. They stumbled ass backwards into so much stuff, and so much money was flowing through this chain, and they could have capitalized. That wasn't why they were here, though. They weren't here for the long term to make this last. They weren't here. An easy way to list NFTs with a selectable, the Taker Marketplace, and make yourself the Taker Marketplace. There you go. Oh, they did capitalize. They capitalized. They didn't, not from a standpoint of where they made this a long-lasting, awesome thing that everyone can enjoy and profit off of. Which, again, I don't know, like, people just don't look at the big picture. As if they had really worked hard and made this something that lasts for a long time, like, they'd get more money if it's a big success. But that's just it. Is some people are too scared that, well, what if we put all this money and all this investment, all this time into this chain, and then things still don't work out? We don't make any money. We end up spending all the money trying to make the chain better. So what do? They extract as much value as possible and then point fingers at everyone else as to why it's not their fault. So it's, I love Wax. I love the community. It's where I started. It's got a fond place in my heart. But I am 0% thrilled with the stuff that they do for the most part. I'm more thrilled with what Wombat does, and I'm not always thrilled with what Wombat does. So it's like, they got bought out by a company that made most of their money through referrals for playing games. That's what Atomic Hub got bought out by. That does not instill a huge amount of confidence in me in the previous regime that kind of paved the way for Wax. Really confirms for me that this was all just luck for them. They really didn't try that hard to actually build something that was long. As a matter of fact, you think about it. All of the final stuff that was kind of done by like Pink GG and things like that on the way out the door, right? It was all to get stuff off of the chain. Build a bridge. One-way bridges that go to other chains and not to Wax. Which I think like Ethereum, you can bridge stuff over from Ethereum and stuff like that. Supposedly, but no one's doing that. No one's like, hey, let's take our Ethereum project and bring it over to Wax. No one's doing that. So for the most part, it was a one-way escape hatch for all of the projects that are even semi-successful that have made money and stuff like that. They spent all of their money on building an escape hatch so that people could leave. So that, what's it called? Hot Wheels didn't have to start over. The Transformers, whatever NFTs, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers NFTs, they didn't have to create all brand new stuff, which, might have been a deterrent from leaving the chain, right? But if you go ahead and create an escape hatch for everyone, you're like, okay, this is just in case, or this is if you want to do your project on Wax and on Ethereum. Nobody that is moving to Ethereum still wants to do their shit on Wax. Why would you? It makes no sense. Not like you have an awesome market to capitalize on here. Way more money moving through OpenSea than there is on the Wax blockchain. Like on the whole chain of Wax blockchain, way more money moving just through OpenSea. Just that one marketplace. Done. End. More money moving through there than whole chain on Wax. So it's like, why would you be like, oh, well, yeah, we're totally doing this and totally still going to develop. But, that's why I haven't moved, is because I want to finish development on Wax here. You know what I mean? I want to build the game that I said I was going to build here, before I start doing things like trying to go anywhere else. Because this is my family. This is my home. This is my group, my team, if you will. But I'll be damned if I haven't been frustrated by some of the shit that I've seen. All right, let's choose a game. Let's see here. 1st and 30th are going to get a Gen 1 everything pack. First, really high tax on ETH. Yeah, really high tax on ETH. That doesn't... If you're the creator and you're the person who's going to be getting stuff, what kind of bird is a blue ball? I know, blue tits. yeah, I am someone that really hopes that the wax blockchain figures it out. Hopefully, be nice, be great. Just say that my hope levels for that are. Oh man, I hope that it's even worth a penny a year from now. I hope that wax is worth more than a penny a year from now. That's my current thoughts. Some people believe it's going to go back to $1 before it goes to a penny. Not this guy. Not this guy. Volume is just not happening. Some random account in South Korea create an influx of 20% on the price, and it went from 4 cents to 5 cents and immediately back down to 4 cents. 4.3, but you know, the moment anyone puts money in to the wax blockchain, it's immediately sold down. Immediately. Goes up 20%, it's going to go down 25. It's just been so consistent in that. It's kind of petered out at the 4 to 5 cent range. We've gone under 4, I believe, once or twice, but yeah, not super thrilling stuff. Silent One coming away with a Gen 1 Everything pack. Congratulations. Let's share this tab instead. You always you always want stuff to work out. Like, I'm never like sitting here like, man, I hope the wax blockchain fails. That's definitely not what I'm thinking. But, you know, as someone who has built here for over 2 years now, like, I really hope someone gives a shit still. Well, it's over and it has some control over this shit. You know what I mean? I hope someone's still working hard. So from what I can tell, no one's working on shit. Cool. Silent One, we just sent yours on over. Alongo Jr., here comes yours. Boom. Boom. There, looks like the lowest listed is 25 wax. There's still so many golds in those packs. There's still quite a few golds in those packs. So it's going to be really funny when someone gets them for nice and cheap like. It's always nice. Alrighty, if you want R3K, there we go. KBG, there we go. Get rid of those. Share this tab instead. And let's do one more giveaway and we'll get on out of here. First place is going to get a Series 5 promo pack. First place going to get a Series 5 promo pack. Hot diggity dog. I'm just checking to see what time I officially go in here today. Yep, I was correct. It is 12. So I got to get on out of here. So we're going to do this one quick. 10:38. All right, I'm going to start at 10:38. I don't know how long we've been on the 36 here. But in less than 2 minutes, we're beginning this giveaway. Less than 2 minutes, we're starting it on up. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. What's it telling me? I need to wake up workers or something? All right, we're going to wake up the workers. Prove that. There we go. All right, so we woke up 6 workers. Let's go ahead and let me go to creatures here. I think one of these can be woken up. They can wake this guy up. Approve that. I'm going to be at work while that one wakes up, so won't be able to do anything. I've tried doing transactions on Nova Pangea from my phone. It does not work in the way that I want it to. No worky. All right, so that guy's been sent to the wild. That'll be what? How long? 18 hours? Yeah, 18 hours for that guy. He's a large creature. And then we got the Kriegox currently out there. Oh, no, he's resting. He's going to be done. So those scavenging will be done by the time that I get home. And I'll be able to go ahead and wake my guy up and start him off there. Let's go to inventory, workers. What do we have here? Find residential. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna need to buy food. We're gonna need to get some food here. I can share this tab instead. So let's go ahead and get what do I have? 8 workers, so that's going to be about 200 food. So we'll get 220. You do not have enough. Oh, because I'm trying to buy it. I'm not trying to sell it. I know I don't have enough resources. Trying to buy it here. Here we go. Hurry, 5K space gold. All right, so there we go. Now I can go to earn. I can go to rest worker. I like to go to shortest rest time. They got 4 spots open there. Oh, no. That's not. You lied to me. Rest worker, shortest rest time. Here we go. What about this one? Active rest status. Select one more skilled worker. There are currently no available rests. What are you talking about? This guy is ready to rest right now. Find residential. So weird. Add worker. Oh, damn. It costs 110 for that one. Didn't realize how much more food that one costs. Did not realize that. So 110. That's going to get some of that out there. So we'll get a little bit more food here. A little bit more food here. Close that on up. And then we're going to go over to this. We're going to go to workers. We're going to go feed and rest all. 175. So there you go. There you go. 175. Get that on in there. I've increased my the amount that I can hold of 3 of the 4 things. The only thing I haven't increased is obsidian because I'm nowhere near needing to increase that amount. I will eventually have to increase that amount because there's certain upgrades you can't get. But let's see here. We can find assignments for these fellas here. So let's go ahead and go to earn. Let's go to space realm. We are in there. Let's go to highest wage. Here we go. Let's go to add worker. They got 3 of 4 there. So let's select this guy. We'll add a worker there. So 3 of 4 slots are filled. Let's go ahead and fill that one there. It's a 12-hour shift. I don't think there's anything shorter than a 12-hour shift. There's really no reason to do that. So 9.6 obsidian. Building owner does not have enough energy. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. What's happening? Close. Oh, I hit try again. That's why I did that. Highest wage. So let's try this. Let's add a worker here. Why are all of these say 3 of 4? I have to like refresh it. Is it because it's like not been refreshed recently that it's giving me like the wrong thing? I know that there's probably a lot of people who are playing and adding stuff. I just wish that would kind of refresh so I'm not. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh no, that's mine. I need people to go in and stake in mine. They're not currently staked there. All right, 2.7 to 8.1. So none of these ones, right? Those ones aren't staked. I can stake these guys though. I can add up to 3 of them. Boom. There we go. Approve. So there we go. We got 2.7 for each of those. So that's 5.4, 7.1, or rather 8.1 rather that I just got. And then we go back to earn and go to highest wage. Again, I need something that can handle up to level 4s at least. There we go. Select. They can only handle those 2. Add those workers. And that will be 18.4 obsidian for me. Very nice. Very nice. There we go. To 248. And let's go ahead and go on down to highest wage. And let's go and add a worker here. It's going to be this dude. Add the worker. And we should be good to go now. And we'll go ahead and start the giveaway. Hurry up. Approve. Transaction successful. There's another 9.2. Boom. We're up to 257 obsidian. Not too shabby. Our creatures are going to be, I don't have to spend more resources on, getting them out there. It'll be 20 more obsidian to send these guys out, but these guys will probably make up for that. So it's kind of a slow, steady grind for me. I'm sure if I had rarer creatures or something like that, I'm just not dropping a whole shitload of cash on this game right now. More intrigued to see what mechanics come out for the PvP. If I need like, better creatures for that, I might go into that because PvP is fun. But yeah, that's it. There you go. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. But you get the marketplace fee. What game is this? Yeah, it's Novo Pangea. Took a minute to find the correct contract. There you go. There you go. So I could take more money from you fuckers. No, I'm just fucking around. Just fucking around. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So we go 38%. We got Left Action House, 38%. Now we have 38 contestants. Here we go. So first place is going to be getting a Series 5 promo pack. So here we go. This is the final one of the day. And Left House is here, so we're actually able to trade on out. Got on. I know that Las Vegas Ape is going to be leaving here soon, or getting off soon. They're doing the thing. I know that Encrypted 1UP is on. They'll probably raid into Encrypted 1UP. It's usually what Las Vegas Ape does. So actually, let's raid into Encrypted 1UP because I'm pretty sure Las Vegas Ape is going to be done with that here shortly. He's going to be done with the Grand Prix, and then he's going to be done. He was going to raid over here if I was still on. I have to get ready for work, so I will not be on. So we'll raid on over to Encrypted 1UP. Sweet. He's going to be a while. What, Las Vegas Ape is? Yeah, we can raid into Las Vegas 8. I'm down with whatever. All right, who's going to be number one? It's going to be Anti-Killer. Wax Anti-Killer getting the Series 5 promo pack. Congratulations. Go ahead and let's wax Anti-Killer. But it's nice just to go ahead and copy and paste. There we go. Share this tab instead. Then we got the Series 5 promo pack. Here we go. Boom. 42 templates. It's worth 3,500 wax. Wow. Wow. There you go. Wax Anti-Killer. Getting that there. Woohoo. Yeah, boy. All right, Left House, we're ready. We're ready to raid on out whenever you're ready. Because that'll be the final giveaway of the day. Let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen here. Whoa, not leave the studio. Not that. Stop the screen. There we go. Ta-da! Sweet. But yeah, stuff is done. Stuff is ready. Ready to start uploading shit on in to Tabletopia just so that people can start figuring out what our game actually is. I want to play that on stream with people. I'll probably play like with mine own self, as funny as that sounds, just to kind of show how the game works. And then after I do that, then I'll start moving out to other stuff. Start going on different streams and showing how the game is going to work. And while we're doing that, we'll be building the game in Unity. So there you go. There you go. Because the Tabletopia shouldn't take that long. We rated. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. You guys are absolutely awesome. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Beautiful weekend for those of you that are still here. And we'll see you on the flip side. So long and farewell.